Earth, our pale blue dot in the vast expanse of space, is our only home. It is a planet teeming with life, from the highest mountains to the deepest oceans. Earth's climate, the average weather over long periods, has nurtured life for billions of years. Understanding our planet's climate is crucial for our survival and the well-being of all living things. The Earth's climate system is complex and interconnected. It involves the atmosphere, oceans, land, ice, and living organisms, all interacting in intricate ways. Changes in one part of the system can have ripple effects throughout, leading to shifts in weather patterns, sea levels, and the distribution of life itself. As we delve deeper into the science of climate change, we gain a profound appreciation for the delicate balance that sustains life on Earth. This understanding empowers us to make informed choices about our impact on the planet and to become stewards of our shared future. Climate is not the same as weather. Weather refers to the short-term atmospheric conditions we experience daily, such as temperature, precipitation, and wind. Climate, on the other hand, is the long-term average of weather patterns over decades, centuries, or even millennia. Imagine climate as the personality of a region, while weather is its mood swings. Climate tells us what kind of clothes to keep in our closet, while weather dictates what we wear each day. Understanding the difference is crucial for grasping the scope of climate change. Climate change refers to significant shifts in these long-term weather patterns. These shifts can manifest as changes in average temperatures, rainfall patterns, or the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events. While Earth's climate has naturally fluctuated throughout its history, the current warming trend is unprecedented in both its rate and magnitude. To further illustrate the distinction between weather and climate, consider the analogy of a baseball player's performance. A single game's statistics represent the weather, a snapshot in time. However, the player's batting average over an entire season provides a more comprehensive view of their skill, analogous to climate. Similarly, a heat wave or a cold snap does not necessarily signify climate change. Climate scientists look for long-term trends and patterns in weather data, such as rising global temperatures, shifting precipitation patterns, and an increase in the frequency or intensity of extreme weather events like hurricanes, droughts, and floods. These long-term trends, observed over decades and centuries, provide compelling evidence of a changing climate. The scientific consensus is overwhelming. Our planet is warming at an alarming rate, primarily due to human activities. Section 4, the greenhouse effect, Earth's natural blanket. This phenomenon is crucial for maintaining the delicate balance of temperatures that make life on Earth possible. The Earth's atmosphere acts like a blanket, trapping some of the sun's heat and keeping our planet habitable. This blanket is composed of various gases that work together to regulate the Earth's temperature. This natural process is called the greenhouse effect. It is a fundamental aspect of our planet's climate system, ensuring that the Earth remains warm enough to support life. Certain gases in the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide, play a significant role in this process. Methane, another potent greenhouse gas, also contributes to the warming effect. Water vapor, the most abundant greenhouse gas, acts like a pane of glass in a greenhouse, allowing sunlight to pass through, but trapping some of the outgoing heat. This trapped heat is then re-radiated back to the Earth's surface, keeping it warm. This natural greenhouse effect is essential for life as we know it. It maintains the Earth's average temperature at a level that supports diverse ecosystems and human civilization. Without it, Earth's average temperature would be a frigid minus 18 degrees Celsius or 0 degrees Fahrenheit, making our planet too cold to support most forms of life. The oceans would freeze and the land would be covered in ice, creating an inhospitable environment. However, human activities, primarily the burning of fossil fuels, are releasing excessive amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, thickening the blanket and trapping more heat. This increase in greenhouse gases is altering the natural balance and leading to significant changes in our climate. This enhanced greenhouse effect is the primary driver of climate change. As the concentration of greenhouse gases continues to rise, the Earth's temperature increases, leading to more extreme weather patterns and shifting climate zones. As we continue to pump greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, we are effectively turning up the thermostat on our planet, leading to a cascade of consequences for our climate and ecosystems. These consequences include rising sea levels, more frequent and severe storms, droughts, and disruptions to agriculture and water supplies. The impact on biodiversity is also profound, with many species struggling to adapt to the rapidly changing conditions. To mitigate these effects, it is crucial to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions by transitioning to renewable energy sources such as solar and wind power. By making these changes, we can help stabilize the climate and protect the natural systems that sustain life on Earth. Additionally, efforts to conserve forests and reforest degraded areas can play a significant role in absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, further helping to mitigate climate change. Sustainable practices at the individual and community levels, such as reducing energy consumption, recycling, and supporting sustainable agriculture, are also essential in addressing the challenges posed by climate change. By taking action now, we can ensure a healthier planet for future generations, preserving the Earth's natural blanket and the life it supports. Section 5. Human impact turning up the heat. The Industrial Revolution marked a turning point in human history and our relationship with the planet. It was a time of great innovation and progress, but it also set the stage for many of the environmental challenges we face today. The advent of factories powered by coal and later oil and gas unleashed unprecedented economic growth, but at a steep environmental cost. These factories spewed pollutants into the air and water, leading to widespread environmental degradation. The burning of fossil fuels releases massive amounts of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, trapping more heat and warming the planet. This process, known as the greenhouse effect, is the primary driver of global climate change. Deforestation, another human-driven factor, exacerbates the problem. Forests, which once covered vast areas of the Earth, are being cleared at an alarming rate. Trees act as carbon sinks, absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and storing it in their wood, leaves, and roots. This natural process helps to regulate the Earth's climate and maintain the balance of carbon in the atmosphere. When forests are cleared for agriculture, logging, or urban development, this stored carbon is released back into the atmosphere, further contributing to the greenhouse effect. The loss of forests also means the loss of biodiversity and the disruption of ecosystems. The evidence of human impact on the climate is overwhelming. Scientists have been studying the changes in the Earth's climate for decades, and the data is clear. The concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has skyrocketed since the Industrial Revolution, reaching levels not seen in millions of years. This dramatic increase is a direct result of human activities. This increase is directly linked to human activities, particularly the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation. The correlation between these activities and the rise in carbon dioxide levels is undeniable. However, there is hope. The transition to renewable energy sources, such as solar and wind power, offers a path forward. These technologies produce energy without emitting greenhouse gases, helping to reduce our carbon footprint. Additionally, reforestation efforts are underway around the world. Planting trees and restoring forests can help to absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and mitigate the effects of climate change. By adopting sustainable practices and reducing our carbon emissions, we can make a positive impact on the environment. It requires a collective effort from individuals, communities, and governments. The actions we take today will shape the world for future generations. It is our responsibility to turn up the heat on climate action and ensure a sustainable future for all. Section 6. The climate clock is ticking, evidence of change. The consequences of a warming planet are already being felt around the world. From the scorching heat waves in Europe to the devastating floods in Asia, no corner of the globe is untouched by the impacts of climate change. Global average temperatures have risen by about 1 degree Celsius or 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit since the late 19th century, with the past 4 decades being the warmest on record. This seemingly small increase has profound implications for our climate systems. This warming trend is particularly pronounced in the Arctic, where temperatures are rising at twice the global average. The rapid melting of ice in this region is a stark indicator of the accelerating pace of climate change. The impacts of this warming are far-reaching and include rising sea levels, more frequent and intense heat waves, changes in precipitation patterns, and more extreme weather events. Coastal cities are grappling with the threat of inundation, while inland areas face the challenge of droughts and water scarcity. These changes threaten human health, infrastructure, food security, and the delicate balance of ecosystems around the world. The increased frequency of natural disasters puts immense pressure on emergency services and healthcare systems. The evidence of climate change is not limited to temperature records. We see it in the shifting patterns of wildlife migration, the earlier onset of spring, and the prolonged duration of summer. Scientists observe melting glaciers and ice sheets, rising sea levels, ocean acidification, and shifts in plant and animal behavior. These changes disrupt the natural habitats and food sources of countless species, leading to a cascade of ecological consequences. These observations paint a clear and alarming picture. Our planet is changing at an unprecedented rate, and human activities are the primary driver. The burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial activities release vast amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, trapping heat and altering our climate. The urgency to act has never been greater, as the window to mitigate these changes is rapidly closing.